Hello, good day, and how are you doing? Today we're going to be talking about how to recover from financial losses. There's a lot of economic downturn going on in several countries around the world, in Africa, or in several industries around the world, not just in Africa, in many other places, all right? And people are incurring huge financial losses or financial setbacks, maybe in their businesses or in their personal lives. Some are having investment that have gone south. Some of them are maybe defrauded. Some of them are just having life happen to them, maybe in other areas that have affected their finances so much that they have incurred so much losses. But now, how do we recover from a financial loss? It could be a one-time instance, or it could be something that has been ongoing. All right, I want to just share a few tips on how you can recover from financial losses. Hope you find it useful at this point or whenever you need it. Feel free to share it with someone out there if you find it useful at the end of the course. All right. So first things first. All right. So the first thing is, let's go to the first one. Assess your situation. So how do you assess your situation? Is to introspect, take a step back, and what? Understand the root of the losses. Some of them will it be that was it a bad decision, or you didn't do your due diligence too very well, or did you trust too quickly, or did you miscalculate something, or did you misunderstand something? Was it out of desperation? Was it out of gut feeling? So just understand the cause, or did you trust somebody that you're not supposed to trust, or did was it just that the business went bad on its own, or was it that it was affected by the government, politics, policies, and all of that? All right. So it helps you. You can even use a pen and paper when you're doing this to write or note down so that you know what is the cause. What understanding the cause helps you avoid future occurrence of things like this and help you exploit better so that even if you're seeking help, you're able to identify that, okay, these are the likely cause of this problem. It could be maybe you were defrauded. It could be that, oh, you didn't do due diligence, or you were too quick to pay out, or if it was as a bad business decision, maybe you went all in instead of going in little by little. You went all in and you got burned. So instead of maybe going little by little so you can understand the business better, you just went all in because you have so much capital and you felt so much capital will help you get so much profit in return. It could be an investment choice. It could be, that maybe you went to the wrong business. You didn't know enough to start the business and you went in and started discovering so many things along the way that now grounded you. All right. So know the root cause of it or root causes of it so that you know exactly what you're dealing with. All right. Then secondly, evaluate your finances. Now, yeah, losses have happened, but how much have you really lost? How much have you really lost? If you can check, oh, you lost this. Okay, this was your own personal money. Oh, this one you borrowed the money. How much was it? So quantify it. How much did you lose? Even if there are reputational damage or people that don't trust you anymore because of it, write it down. Okay, this person doesn't trust me. This doesn't. I've lost trust here. I've gotten lost reputation quotient here and all that. So how much did you really lose? So you have an idea of this is the amount I am in debt with now, or this is the amount I don't have, or if it was all your money, you know, okay, this is my current position financially. If you don't do that, sometimes you may just be clouded with the thought of loss and you don't know exactly how much it is you lost or what it is that you lost. So determine the extent of the damage and assess what you have. Then thirdly, gather necessary documents. If you don't know how much you really have, go to the bank, print a bank statement, know how much that went into the business or into the venture or how much you really lost, all right? If there are agreements involved, get them. Are there any ways you can get some money back? Are there some indemnity somewhere? Are there some insurance somewhere? Gather those things because in the whole emotional roller coaster going on, you may lose certain things that you already have. All right. So gather those things and review them. Check them. Is there any clause somewhere? Is there any money you left in this place that you eventually forgot to use and is now there? Or is there somebody owing you inside this deal that can still pay? You're able to get the document. What are the arrangements? Is there a check to it? Is there a receipt to it? Is there an invoice to it? You can do all those things to be able to know what is needed. So in case maybe you're going to court or you're going to get some reimbursement or reclaim, you have the paperwork to do it. So that the ones that you don't have to, you know that you don't have them. And you know that, okay, this one is just my word versus your word, things like that. All right. So hope you understood this. All right. Of course, it's different from one situation to another. All right. So check the one that works for you and use it to assess your situation. So the next thing is rethink your expenses. Now the world has to move on. Your world did not crash. Your world did not end. So your expenses now, you're not going to think, okay, so I have to, cut down my expenses at the moment until I recover. Cutting down your expenses doesn't mean that life has ended for you. And at this point, don't be carried away by what will people think, what will people say. Many of them don't care. Many of them have their own problems they are looking at. All right, and if talking about yours is their problem, then you don't really have a problem. Identify areas where you can cut back. It could be certain habits that you had that had so much expenses. You cut them back, at least until you solve this situation. It could be certain things you were doing, you cut them back. All right. So reduce your expenses so that if monies are still coming in, you know how to channel this money right, either to pay debts or recover to your initial financial position or better. So don't just live like nothing happened and still be spending as though things were as normal and the rest. You will get burned twice. All right. Secondly, prioritize essential expenses. There's some things that you can't really say you're cutting totally back from, like your housing, your food. You can't come back rent if you're living in a rented apartment. You have to eat. You have to do utilities. But for food and certain things now, you don't have to eat out all the time or buy expensive food like you used to buy or things like that. You can cut back. You can reduce portions. You can try other alternatives so that you reduce expenses and have those money that are supposed to go in. You have them helping you recover. Otherwise, maybe if you don't have money at all, you may have no option than to reduce all this so that you can be able to get by until you figure this situation out. Don't be saying that, that's why they like my food. That's how I eat. That's how I do things. And so some people inside that state will not start borrowing money for essential expenses, which is not the best. It will get you faster into debt. All right. So cut back. All right. Check where you can reduce. All right. Remember, it's not that you're dead now or something really bad has happened to you that has not happened to anybody before. It can happen to anybody. All right. So you're just trying to recoup so that you can bounce back. All right. Then consider what we call debt reconsolidation. Explore options to combine multiple debts into a single loan. If this thing has caused you to be owing so many people, so many institutions, how do you put this into one? Some of them you may have to go to them to renegotiate the debt. That don't run away. Say, this is what happened. This is what happened. How do we renegotiate? I was supposed to pay at this point in time, but you may have to give me some extension. This is the little money I have. Can I pay this now and pay the rest a bit later? There are some self that you have this money, or maybe here you are still open to collect credit here. You can collect money from here and pay off this debt, maybe some peripheral small debt, so that you know that okay, this is the only debt I am owing. I'm owing just one party. Not that you are owing this. But the money you are owing here, there are little money that you can even just borrow from this and pay off so that you have one debt. Or consolidate it into one full purse, and as the money comes, you just write a list of those you are clearing. Maybe the small ones first, you just get them off your name because those ones can be very, very worrisome. So you clear them off, you know that these are the big ones. It doesn't mean the guy who gave you big money or where the big money should be punished for being big. No, you can say, okay, I'll be giving them in part, but this one I can clear. So you consolidate your debt to the point that you reduce the number because it gives you more peace of mind and it helps you build credibility faster or rebuild it faster. All right, so you can consolidate your debt into a single loan or a double loan or a single debt or double debt so that you can clear it faster. Otherwise, you forget that you even owe some people, and when they just show up, you want to run, you're making excuses. But sometimes the money is something you can just pay off. Some of them don't even need to know the state you are in right now. Just pay it off and let go. Sometimes after paying them, before you tell them what it is and what you went through to pay them, it will give you more respect and they will see you as a more noble person. All right. So this is very, very important when things like this happen. This is a very strong point. All right. Now the next thing, seek help. Seek professional help. Look for a professional financial advisor, either in your circle or elsewhere. And seek help. If you have to pay and you have the money, pay. Let them advise you. There are certain things that you can access that you may not even know that they know. So let them advise you on how to go about it. It's like you're sick and you're going to the doctor. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that, let me say, you are negligent and all those stuff like that. It can happen to anybody. So you're just going to a financial doctor to help you, provide you with insight. Ultimately, you have to make the decision, but it can provide you with insight that you may not have known that can be of help to you. Leverage your social cycle. Seek support and advice from loved ones, family members, and friends, and even religious institutions or communities or groups that you belong to. This is very crucial, but you have to be very careful here. There's some people that you are not going to the level of maybe sharing some of your personal struggles and the rest with them. Do not start with this, all right? If you don't trust them, you're not comfortable with them knowing those things, or you think they don't have the bandwidth or capacity to handle it, do not go there. Seek the ones that you know that, okay, they have the bandwidth. That's where friends come in. And family, all right? It doesn't have to be every family member, every friend, but those you can confide in and seek help from them. Some of them may be able to maybe able to even do a GoFundMe, pull up some funds just to support you that could help you maybe through your daily bills or maybe fees or even pay back some debt. Some can help you do that because that's what friends do. Sometimes they rally around to help a friend in need. All right. Sometimes from the advice you've got in there, you can bounce you through some of them that are smart and understand finances, and you can make something beautiful out of that. All right. Don't be shy to talk about the help you need, because you need something doesn't mean you're weak. It's just a state of life, a position at the moment. Even billionaires seek advice from friends. They even get support from friends. And the support could be financial, it could be emotional, it could be any of that. All right. So from friends, family, and religious institutions and places that you have contributed to, you can seek help. There is nothing wrong with that. All right. Then of course, you have to start bouncing back. You have to start building back. So it means increase your income. So if you have a job, all right, you can ask for a raise and all that. All right. Or add an additional income stream to be able to balance things out. If you don't have a job, maybe you need to start a business, or you may need to start looking for a job and start a side hustle. So look for additional streams, be them part-time or freelance. They may not be your particular field, but it could be something that you don't need too much skills to do. You can learn it and start doing it. No matter how small that income stream is, first of all, it keeps you mentally engaged. And secondly, it brings things in. And thirdly, it gives you access to meet other people and increase your network based on value exchange. All right. So sell assets if necessary. If you have valuable property, there's some debt you're in, you have to sell your car or one of your cars or some furniture or some things you're not doing, or your expensive phone and get a cheaper phone and use the balance to pay off some debt. If necessary, sell unwanted possessions or certain investment that you can for the meantime. Some of those things, many of those things don't finish. You can always get them back. But you can't be using some gadgets that runs into millions or hundreds of thousands and you're in debt of a few thousands. Like that. That's insensitive to those who offer you the loan. So do that and be able to recover. You can consider informal businesses in selling goods or products or providing services. It doesn't have to be some big thing. It can start with some small thing. Those things may end up growing into big things. You just never know. So increase your income stream. And of course, take care of yourself. Manage your stress. Pray. Meditate. All right. Take nature walk. Do things that make you calm down, because you have to stay alive to enjoy what will become of you after you get out of this financial mess. All right. Avoid impulsive decision. All right. Don't make a decision too impulsively. Sit down, think, calculate before you make any decision. Like I said, seek support. Talk to friends, family, or a therapist. But remember, all these are for your mental health and your physical health and your emotional health as well. Manage stress. So do whatever you do that helps you relax. If you have to travel sometime, travel, relax. It doesn't have to be outside the country. It could be in the same region to another place. All right, to help you relax and put yourself together. If it's a sport, if it's a hobby, do sometimes to help you relax so that you can take care of yourself, so that you don't build high blood pressure and the rest. All right. And of course, now that this has happened, seek financial education, attend workshops and seminars, attend financial literacy programs to learn more about money management so that you don't get into what you got into again, or so that you even totally unpack what happened and learn more from it. This incident can become something that you can teach others in the future and get paid for. It could be a launching pad for something that will benefit the world more than you ever expected. So seek financial education, and if you have to pay. Otherwise, there's a lot of free ones online. Explore online resources and articles and personal finances and all that, so that you can improve your state. As you're increasing your income, you're also increasing your education. It will give you a higher leverage to be able to rise above debt and personal financial setbacks. And finally, remember, life happens. Sometimes, even when we have the best of intentions. Recovering from a financial setback can be a journey, but with the right strategies and support, you can overcome challenges and rebuild your financial stability. All right, read this again to yourself so that you calm down and go through the lecture again. Go through this short seminar again. You may pick a thing or two that can help you or help someone else. And make sure you share with somebody, or like and share so that others can learn from this. There's one thing that I think you may have learned here, or one thing that may have triggered a thought in you. You may not need it today, you may need it tomorrow. You may need it today, somebody else may need it today, and you'll be able to bounce back from that financial setback. As long as you are breathing, there is hope. All right. So my name remains Uyewoma. Like, subscribe, and I'll bring you more of this. Hope this was of value to you. Share what you learned. Write your own comment, your story. Ask questions in the comment section. I'll be willing to engage with you and share more as we all learn together. See you in my next lecture.